head on in Walmart parking lot. At all?
Oh, now they can hear me. This is what happens when I don't put enough time together to set up a proper stream. That's why I can't do the great debate on Fridays anymore. I suck at this. I'm terrible. What a numbskull. Hey
You're a
guys,
boomer.
me again. I I thought I knew what I was doing, but apparently, as usual, I'm wrong. And I spent 5 minutes chattering to nothing. Well, I do have a friend here. I've been chattering with him thinking I'm talking to you. But now that you're here and telling me I wasn't talking to you, I'm going to talk to you and him. How are you doing? And I'll say hello again to Red Feather and thank you and hello to TA. We have a wild fox appears.
Hi. Again.
Again, I don't know how many times should I tell the story about being arrested on Friday the 13th.
Third time's a charm, right?
Third time's a charm. I don't like this day, and I don't like this day because one time on Friday the 13th, 12, 13-ish years ago, I was pulled over and arrested. And it was 1:30 in the morning, and that started out a bad day. And thus I don't like this day. Although it was in January. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Dang. Only reason I don't like this day is I had some tooth pulled, three of them last night. So my trouble didn't start on Friday the 13th. It started on Thursday the 12th. Uh,
Oh, but
yeah.
you know, oh, you all right there?
No, I'm terrible. They had to cut into my
I
gums.
ibuprofen. Don't take aspirin.
Oh,
You'll regret it.
oh no. The thing is, they gave me some Norcos, so I'm in pain. I
Oh,
just don't care about the pain. So
oh,
I'm doing good right now. But
and hello,
yeah,
Sora Luna.
by the time I'd gotten out of the dentist chair yesterday, the pharmacy had closed, so I was just rolling around in pain all night last night.
All night long. I
All
hate that
night.
feeling. You know
Yeah.
what's worse than that feeling? You ever? I'm an active person, so I move around a lot. I get a lot of stuff done, except in the wintertime, and I get really jittery in the wintertime. But I don't get as jittery in the summertime. But sometimes I just run out of stuff to do. It's like I'm out of supplies to build anything. I'm running out of like spare parts of lumber. I can't build another big cabinet if I don't have anything to build a big cabinet out of. And I'm not going to buy anything right now because I just can't. So I get some days where I just sit in a chair all day and figure out what's going on, but it's not really one of my days to broadcast, and I don't have any ideas to do anything, and I'm outside watching the kids all day. And when I get done and I'll go to lay down, I'm tired, but my leg will start shaking like I want to run because I haven't done anything that day. And most days I get a lot of stuff done. You ever get that?
Oh, I get that during the day. Like I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, that like jittery leg, like I gotta move, 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 I gotta move.
Call it excess energy.
Yeah. Did you
I'm
know
all
the
amped
lowest
up and got
perfect
nothing
number is
to do.
6? 13 is actually supposed to be lucky in numerology. I've heard that. The. What is it called? 6 is the smallest perfect number, to the best of my understanding of what that's supposed to mean, which is basically the reading of the increments involved in the number are sequential 1, 2, 3.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm not sure how that all works. I guess 28 is the second perfect number. Uh, 23 is supposed to be. Isn't there some mystery or something like 23 is supposed to be some special number? Uh,
Hmm.
there's all sorts of stuff with numbers.
All I know is the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42.
42. 42. I don't know why, but for some reason 7 and 14 have always been my lucky numbers.
Hmm. I wouldn't say I have any kind of lucky numbers. I don't really play lottery all that much. Maybe a couple times a month, if
I
that.
guess
Just
when I say
mostly
lucky
just
numbers, do you ever have a number that your whole life it just seems to pop up? Like everything you do, that number just seems to pop up not once but several times sequentially over and over and everything. And it seems weird, but if anybody remembers like old time clocks for some businesses, you used to punch in with like a 4 or 5 digit number and that would punch you into the job. And it was weird. My first 4 jobs all had almost the same 5 numbers in the job. It was just in a different order. Only one number was ever different. 4 numbers were the same in all 3, and it was weird. 7 and 14 showed up in all of them.
that's interesting. I wouldn't say I have any kind of. I've been seeing a few threes lately, and I don't know why. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a lucky number, just coincidental. But
Hmm.
I wouldn't say I've been seeing it a lot lately either. But
It's the
I
universe
like number
suggesting a menage a trois.
maybe, but
Or a hat trick.
but ooh, even
You
better.
ever have you ever
But
pulled a hat trick?
you know, I wouldn't say I was ever really athletic. I only probably played soccer in PE and
Do you
gym
know
in
what a hat
school.
trick is?
Yeah, when
It's
you
a
score
man's term.
three soccer.
Okay.
Oh,
When you score 3, keep
yeah,
going.
yeah. When you score 3 goals in a row in soccer, right?
Okay. Take soccer out of that.
When you score 3 goals in a row,
Yeah. In a day.
yeah, in a day.
In a day.
Ooh,
You ever scored 3 goals in a
in a
day?
day.
Am I speaking? Are you starting to catch
No,
me? Is this
no,
crude
no.
for anyone? Have you ever
I,
pulled a
I,
hat trick? Have you ever
I
had
got
three
you.
girls in one day? Have you ever been in 3 girls in one day?
Yeah. No, no. I've gotten to second base though.
Oh, I got a youngin. Are you over 18? Do I have to ask that question?
No, I'm 30, man. I'm 30.
Oh.
I'm by that I meant to it once.
Oh. Um, I was
But
lucky
we're
enough
playing a
in my
different game now.
yeah, I was lucky enough in my teenage years to pull off one one day I was able to pull off a hat trick.
Mm.
Oh, I
Mm.
wish I could do it again.
Hmm. I was wild back in my day, but never managed a hat trick. Maybe I've got enough steam left in me for a couple more runs. Who knows?
No, I don't know if
Not
it's a
counting it
hat
out.
trick. I don't think it's still called a hat trick if you do it 3 times in one day with the same person. That's just called fun.
Oh, oh yeah. No, I've had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun.
I
But
am
again, that
playing with
was
some settings and features here, guys. We'll see what happens.
it's been a while since I've had some fun though.
Well, I'm married. So,
Lucky
oh,
bastard.
I'm screwing shit up. I get to watch my skull drop into the jar every time I do this. I think that's the most fun. I'm trying to
Now,
put the
now that it didn't that didn't exactly answer the question though. Uh,
which wait,
I mean,
what was I
you
doing?
say you're married, but that you didn't clarify whether or not you're still having fun.
Oh, do I really have to go over that on my channel? Come on, I'm having plenty. Uh,
uh,
Actually, there was a question about a month ago, and this is why I laugh about that. This is how that conversation came up. Is one of the questions was a statement or a question around most married couples have sex on average of 54 times per year, which is around once a week. Okay? So I commented, I think my average is around 360 a year.
that's
Because
better.
there's a week or so here or there you go without, but then there's days you get like 3 or 4, and other days you get like 2 or 3, and other days you get 1 or 2, and you just average that down and
Yeah.
figure at least once a day maybe. Uh, If first
Sounds
base is
reasonable.
just the tip, yeah, almost once a day. Gotta
Sounds reasonable.
keep things interesting. Welcome, John Doe. Welcome, TCA. Welcome, Vash Lisette. And I think I caught all the people that have showed up since I last said hello, haven't I? Well, if not, hello to you as well. What do we have tonight? Does anybody want me to open up the bots? Do we need the bots? That's a lot. What's a lot? How do you figure that's a lot? Once a day on average. Well, some days
That's
can
not
be
a
a lot.
lot. That's not a lot.
See, now I tend to think that 54 a year is just a really, really, really obtusely small number that I can't work with.
No. That's just abysmal. That's neglect right there.
That's
That's not
like
a healthy marriage.
that's a bad dating scene is what that is.
Yeah.
Did I just screw that up? I just screwed that up. Okay. We'll fix that. What am I doing? I just showed everybody the chats I'm watching. I'm watching 2 separate chats so I can keep everything going. And I'm trying to show you guys my guest because I should know how to do this by now. But I don't. But I should. But I don't. And I think I screwed something up because it's not working. It is not showing me what I want to see. Damn it, that's not going to work. Let's do this. And then we'll do this. I don't know. I broke it. I broke it, guys. How am I supposed to teach people how to use it if I can't? We're going to have to
Why did you break it?
Are you sure you want to remove the display capture? Uh-oh. 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 You're in trouble. Something's coming up and it's something I forget. How the fuck does that song go? I don't know. But what I'm gonna try and that's neglect. And what I'm gonna try and do, display capture 2, maybe? Are you gonna work? Nope.
Maybe.
I done fucked it. Oops.
What did you do?
So I usually know how to run one of these shows, but I was in between doing one of these shows, and I did promise somebody I was gonna do one and hang out. So Wild Fox wants to interview me, and we're gonna have to set up an official time for that on his channel. So everybody, since he typed in chat, click on his name and go spam his subscribe button or whatever we need to do there. Now my display capture is not working at all. That's pathetic. I'm gonna have to break something else. This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Oh.
Sometimes you gotta break it to fix it, right?
Oh. I don't know what that did. But we'll shrink that way down. And then to make sure that
You're showing that, yeah.
I know what I'm showing. I'm trying to show you it's not working. And you guys can, whoops, don't show the hangout link. That would be bad. Yes, everybody can see my bots. I'm getting there. Look at this. I got a wild fox somewhere over here. Oh, look at all this other shit I got running.
All the bots.
So
many bots. You're nothing but a.
I wanna make a fun. Oh, look, your hair almost matches my border.
Nice.
All right. I want to make some complaints. Has anybody in here recently gone to look for a job? Or you? Have you gone to look for a job? Hello? Is this a new job or a regular job?
Wow, you roboted hard on me there. What'd you say?
Hold on. Let me fix it. Let me get rid of that. Am I back?
Let me just close. Yeah, mostly. Let me just close my Discord just to save some kind of memory here, just to make sure that's not on my end.
Did I just
All right.
accidentally
What?
close the bot? I just lost a bot. I just killed the bot,
Oh
guys.
no. Way to go.
Way to go, NumbedSkull. You are having
Okay.
a stream tonight.
They don't call you NumbedSkull for nothing.
I call me NumbedSkull. This is why. What? Okay.
That's why we love you, though.
Oh, cool. I'm glad everyone loves me because I just play games. It's certainly a good day. Let me figure out what I'm doing. Yes, fuck you, Nightbot. Hold on, guys. The bot will be back in a moment. It's broken. Dead bot. Yay.
We can rebuild him. We
I
have
would
the technology.
like to, if I don't cut out too horribly as it opens back up, I would like to make a comment about job hunting. And I think someone needs to go to OBS school. I teach OBS school. I need to.
This is how he teaches OBS school right here.
Hey, do you know what the best way to learn is in my mind? Fail.
Failure.
Repeatedly, over and over again, in as many different ways as possible. And then when you succeed, you'll know how to fix all of your failures so success will always look easy. That's just my way. Maybe that's why I haven't succeeded yet, though.
Yeah, I used to live out near Success, Arkansas, and I've been down the road to Success, and at the end, there's really nothing there.
I like that. But I would like to complain about jobs. So one thing that I notice, it really bothers me, is at the beginning of some jobs and at the end of every single job application that you fill out online, there's a questionnaire about diversity that you're required to fill out even if you fill it out with I refuse to answer. Does anybody else run across this? Does it bother anyone else?
Not really.
Doesn't bother you?
I'm white, so what?
Well, it's not that part that bothered me.
So what?
I sat and filled out the application, and the questionnaire for the diversity.
Wow, you are roboting hard.
Oops. Hold on a sec. Dude. Come on, Fuzzbot.
Yeah, I caught absolutely none of that last sentence.
How am I coming in chat?
I was trying to fill in the blanks with the sentence before. But no, I'm not offended by any kind of diversity question. I'm more offended by diversity quotas. That's what I'm more offended by.
If
Doesn't
you
matter
have to
what
fill
color
out
you are, it's the best person.
Yes, I'm roboting again. If you have to fill out a diversity questionnaire for them to statistically record how diverse you are or are not from the group, you are giving them information to fill their quota.
Okay.
On one of the job applications I filled out, it was so bad that the diversity section took longer than any other two sections combined. And at the end, there was a very large section. It was a quick, here's your rundown of your application and what you have on it. Your name, your information, your address, one line for your school, one line for your last work, and then this big box at the bottom that says in bold letters, you chose not to take the diversity screening. And that was a quarter of the whole paper. Like the whole screen that it showed me. One quarter of it was you refused to take the diversity screening. And I'm supposed to feel like this isn't going to affect how you look at my application?
retarded. I mean, we don't have that kind of problem with minimum wage out here. That's pretty much the only stuff I've managed to get done with my life so far. So
I'm
no, I can't really say that I have come across that issue.
I'm not
But yeah,
upset that it's there. I'm just annoyed at the context it seems to have. You are required on every single application I filled out to at least go through this diversity screening. It doesn't matter what or how you answer, which is fine because I always choose not to answer because read my application for what I did. When I filled out a paper application, nowhere on a paper application 15 years ago did it ask me if I was black or white. Did it ask me if I was male or female? Are you 18 or older? Yep. What's your name? What's your address? Couple references, job history. Make sure you read this alert and sign it. That was the whole thing. So now a large section that's mandatory for you to fill out on your application is, are you a man or a woman? Are you Hispanic? Are you Caucasian? Are you black? Are you African? Are you English? Are you Canadian? I just want a fucking job. You're hiring me because I went from a stock boy to a manager in 7 years. You're not hiring me because I chose to answer your man or woman, black or white.
true though. I mean, we should be worrying more about the qualifications for the job, not who gets it, but
Yeah.
that the people that are getting it are the ones qualified to get it.
I kind of feel beaten a little. You work. I'm at that age. I'm 5 years older than you, so you kind of understand. I'm at that age where I was always taught if you want to get somewhere, you find somewhere that'll reward you for the work you do, and you work your ass off and get everything you can from that company over that time. Overtime, paychecks, holiday pay, bonus pay. You get everything you can earn, and at the end, you've earned a reputation and a paycheck and a savings and respect and loyalty and all of that. And I was on my way there. And I got punched by a shoplifter and terminated, and I lost all. So now me finding a job, I have to go, oh, I have a policy violation. That's why I was terminated.
Oh. Dang. That sucks.
And not just that, I got so many certifications and training and time and upward momentum from the last company. When someone looks at your resume and goes, oh, your last job was a store manager, and you want to run register. Why? Because I just need a few extra bucks. I mean, I got a couple of jobs this weekend. Tomorrow afternoon, I got a small rock and sand movement job that's supposed to turn into a small play area set that I'm supposed to build. And I got an electrical job on Sunday. I mean, I am doing my best to pick up every little bit of whatever I can. And I'm filling out part-time applications to just find a nights or weekends here to fill in. I need to do a few things, and in order for me to do them, I need to make some money. Which is why, as much as I'm not going to ask for it, I kind of want to see some more of my skulls in there. If anybody in here is not subscribed, hit that button and drop another skull in my cup. I'm going to have to make some other stuff to go in there, too. But I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to play with the cup and see if I can manipulate it somehow and do something freaky with it that I haven't seen anyone else do. So, I've been playing with the cup for 3 days. I've been staring at it. I am trying to figure out what I can do with it. I wonder, for fun, what can I do? Where's the transform? I am going to do that. And then we'll do that.
I think you roboted out on me again there.
Sorry, let me kill another bot. Oh, then I can't see the chat. Oh, it's another Friday the 13th. This is what I'm saying. It just doesn't want to work for me. I am going to get rid of Discord. because I'm not even using it. And I'll get rid of Twitter because I'm not using it. And watch me robot for a minute. Hold on. Tick, 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 tick. Boom!
Okay, I heard a boom. Did you blow up something?
Not quite. I'm waiting for my computer to catch up. I've closed Discord twice and it won't close. There it goes. I should be better now. I'm not ignoring chat. I'm fixing something. Fuck you, Skullbot. No fighting. Only hockey IRL. I'm not ignoring chat. What did I miss during that? Let me scroll up and see if I missed anything. Are we fighting in the chat? I have a few loose screws. Hey, me too. I always mail a tape to a bun or a peanut. I can't tell what that is from this chat. Find a mom and pop store, For what? I tried to open a restaurant. I was $900 short of the amount I would have needed to open it. I also tried to open a garage, but they wouldn't give me a loan for that. It sucks. And I can't switch.
You're man of many talents.
I know how to do a lot of different things, so I can get just about any job, which is what bothers the hell out of me when I go applying for jobs. It's just, I just want to work. I just want to work and get paid for it. I want to come in, I want to leave. I want you to hand me a paycheck, and I want it to be reliable. That's all I want. Give me that. Oh, well, are you black or are you white? Are you a man or are you a woman? Do you want to take our diversity quiz? We're going to force you through. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you want to give us tax credit for being a woman? Do you? Do you? Do you? Yeah, I applied at a shoe store. I applied at a shoe store. It seems like the shoe store was the worst one. It started out the application with their personal store diversity and ended with the diversity questionnaire that's apparently mandated. I don't know. It felt like half of that application was just, are you a guy or a girl? Are you 18 or are you other? What are you into? Are you into shoes? I love shoes. I'll sell shoes. Why not? I'll sell anything if you hand me a paycheck for doing it.
Can you sell ice to an Eskimo, though? That's
sure.
the question.
I just need a bottle of liquor and I'll be fine.
Fantastic.
I hear there are jobs involving walls near the border. I'm sure there are. I'll unroll a few 100 yards of wire fence for you. Apparently that's all we have for most of it. You don't have enough experience or you are overqualified. Yes, I do absolutely love the you are overqualified. I walked into a management job one time, and I looked right at the manager, and I said, look, I don't know if I'm overqualified for this job. I've never worked in apparel. I'm a very fast learner, and I worked from stockman to management in just a couple of years. I'm just looking for a chance at somewhere to go. I got a call 3 days later. They hired in-house because I was requesting too much. So that guy got underpaid. Oh, and the store that I almost got a job for 3 years ago shut down a year after that. Bye, Macy's. I've tried. I've driven miles and miles for job interviews. I've filled out applications. Oh, anybody else heard this one? You fill out the job application online. You wait like 3-4 weeks and you're looking for a job, so you go back through all the applications you filled out and you try to check on them, but you can't respond to the no reply emails. So you decide to call the local store and see if they got your application. But the store manager is not allowed to answer on the phone whether or not they got your application. And they're not allowed to set up an interview with you because they didn't call you. You what?
Yeah, that's what I miss about when I was growing up, man. Paper applications. You filled it out in the store. You handed it to the manager. You got to say hi to the dude, shake his hand. You got to talk to him for 5 seconds, and they could kind of evaluate you there and say, hey, maybe you're not uh, good for this place, or hey,
Right.
yeah, we'll take it.
You know what? I used to play it like this. This is how I kind of learned it because I remember doing that. I remember walking in, asking for an application one day. You'd walk down the road on one side, get every application from anywhere hiring and any big businesses. You'd walk back the other side, grab all the applications, sit down at home for like 5 hours, fill them out, fold them up in an envelope with resumes or whatever else you needed for whichever places, and you'd walk back through. You'd ask for the manager. You'd introduce yourself. Hi, this is my resume. I'm looking for a job for these hours. You'd be very polite. You'd be dressed very nice. You'd get a call a week or two later if they still had the opening. And then there'd be jobs fighting over each other. Now, it doesn't matter. You can walk in there in a fucking burlap bag and ask them where to apply. And I can almost guarantee if they're actually applying, in 3 weeks, you're going to get a phone call. They're going to ask you to get a uniform, but they'll interview you in that burlap bag. I don't understand this. It's not about principle and character. And if this is what the diversity hire stuff is about, if it's because people feel like they walked into a job and introduced themselves to the manager and they were profiled as something, well, what could you have ever been profiled as? Impolite? Uncourteous?
Degenerate.
Wearing a burlap bag? I mean, I'm sorry, as I grew up, everybody taught you the professional way to do it. You don't wear tight pants, but you don't wear baggy pants. You don't wear tight shirts, but you don't wear baggy shirts. You wear perfectly nice but lightly loose-fitting clothing that looks nice. No tears, no fade, no discoloring. You wear appropriate apparel for the job that you're looking at that shows that you're interested in the job. You can show up in a bag with your pants around your knees and they can't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get in trouble for telling employees to tuck in their shirt, even though the work policy was to tuck in your shirt.
You know what they can say? Fill out our application online. And that's another thing. So many places don't even have paper applications anymore. Most of the businesses out here, I've had to fill out online. Like 90% of them.
How about where corporate doesn't even send the application? Oh, I love those ones, John. I'm a little kitten in a second. I'm a little kitten on Second Life. Okay. Enjoy that. Dada, get with Hitman. Vodka. I don't know where that conversation came from, but I know where it's going. To the bottom of the bottle. Let's see. What else we got in here? I hate... Oh, you know why I'm having a hard time reading? Because I'm supposed to wear these reading glasses. And then maybe I can see better. Numbskull, repeat after me. Do you want fries with that? Curly or regular? I did apply to Arby's. Hey, I've never worked in fast food before, but I do because I worked in a grocery store as a manager, and I had to oversee perishable departments as well as like deli and food service. I'm state certified for food service management, so if I walk into Arby's with my actual resume and certifications and actually put them on the application, there's no way I'm getting hired. No way. Because they can't, some of those places won't hire you as a cashier. They have to hire you as a supervisor because you're already certified management. It's
1
weird.
year of college, you're not 1 year qualified. 1 year college, you're overqualified to flip burgers anymore.
Is it? Oops.
Well,
I'm overqualified for burgers. I have 2 years of VOTEC school. I have a couple semesters of college. I have real life training in management. And I'm applying at Arby's and the local gas station. Does that tell you how bad I just need to make a few bucks? I don't even care about making it a career. I just need to make a few bucks to make sure I'm not poor. I would like to make sure there's food in my fridge. And the bills are paid.
I even applied to local fucking funeral homes. I mean that's just a business that's always booming. People are always dying. It's got good job security. I just wish I could break into it.
Yeah, right. Can we help you, sir? Can we sell you a coffin now? It's an investment. I was actually,
That's...
You don't own plots, like you sort of own a plot. You own the perpetual care on the plot and a certificate, and apparently I bought into the, whatever it is that runs the funeral department, so I'll have to go next year to the yearly meeting. I have 4 plots in one cemetery. And when I was down there buying and paying cash for the last plot, she was trying to get me to come down and look at new ones for an early price before they go up again. I'm here to bury somebody, but sure, feel free to sell me another hole for myself in the next 30 some odd years or less. Oh, what do we got going on in here? Hitman, your house on Marketplace. What do we got? I've been there to the point where I started doing day labor and running IT business that had to shut it down and take care of my wife. See, my thing, John, is I have 2 days. I have 2 kids and my wife. My wife works a full-time job. Unfortunately, like most full-time jobs, she's tending to get sent home more than she gets overtime. In fact, compared to each previous year, she gets less and overtime and sent home more and more, and it's not balancing anymore. Yet finding another job is difficult. So we're trying to get by on what she makes, but our vehicle kind of needs to be fixed, and so I need to get a safer vehicle. The option was this vehicle, which probably has another year if I'm lucky on it, or get another one which I can get another 3 or 4 years out of at least. That sucks. You can only get a few years out of a car anymore. So we're getting another car so that we can split it, and then if I have an interview, we have 2 cars. So it's going to cost us about $160 more a month plus extra fuel and stuff. So I need to make sure that I can cover that cost, as well as trying to put more money back aside, because we've things are a little more expensive than my original budget at the beginning of the year. Prices have changed so drastically, and I'm a little behind where I should be. Not by much, but I'm behind. I should have found a job months ago.
You're not the only one, man. You're not the only one. A lot of Americans having trouble just paying rent.
Well, no, I don't have rent. I'm lucky. I don't have a monthly rent bill. That's how I can get by month to month so easy. But I had money set aside for taxes, and I don't have as much as I need set aside, which means some sort of loan if I don't start getting enough money put aside. And I unfortunately haven't finished all the legal paperwork because I was waiting for certain things to go through, and now I'm stuck in my own bind. I have 2 properties, which apparently in both different towns are different sizes, but compete as to which one wants to be more expensive. And if you own property, you pay school and land taxes. School taxes come at the end of August, early September. Land taxes come at the end of the year for the next year. And you're talking you're talking at least $1,000 for each bill, and I get 4 of those in the next several months. I need to start putting like $100 a week aside, and I'm not pulling it off. So I've been applying for at least one job every single day. I've been walking the roads to see who has signs on, and I've been doing freelance work and side jobs and tearing down and building pools and electrical jobs, ceiling fans, installing lights, you name it. And I do my best uh, to try and do it. The Nuggets is emptying change into the chat. I own the stream. I think you do. You're my biggest sponsor.
That thing is loud though. Jesus. No, that thing just about broke my ears here. Can you calm down on that?
Yep, I can take that down a couple
little bit.
Okay. I really appreciate that. I do. There's things falling around in the cup now. My head is bouncing around in the cup. This is fun. But I am doing my best to try and not spend anything. Like, I walked those to get things I needed to get that I kind of inexpensive, and I'm trying to finish the drain down the side of my house for when my backyard starts to flood. And I'm like, well, I could leave it open and just trench it for now and put the pipe in later. So I'm down there. I was like, oh, well, this is only $1, and this is only $2, and this one's only $5, and this one's only $2. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I look down and start counting. I'm like, I got $42 worth of plastic piping here. Nope, it's all got to go back on the shelf. I'm doing this another day. I cannot buy any more materials. And I have to keep telling myself I can't do anything until I make sure there's more. So I'm getting annoyed. And it's because I'm spending an hour a day on an application a day. Yesterday I filled out 3 just to do it. Hey, Nike Air, I see you there. Oh, Nugs, I'll get you that. Hold on. But yesterday I filled out 3 applications. By the time I got done with them, I was just angry. I was angry about why would a job want so much information from you for almost nothing, seemingly. You know, you just want to work there long enough to earn a paycheck. It's like, and don't get me wrong, I smoke pot. We mandatorily send you for a drug test. Are you okay with being drug tested for a part-time job that will not be over 20 hours a week? No, I'm not. Thank you for your time. We'll see you later. Have you ever gotten that?
Oh, too much. Actually, not really. I clean up before I go into any kind of interviews, but once I actually get the job, yeah, I'll smoke some weed. I smoke weed every day.
Well, it's not just about that. It's, you want to be somewhat honest, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're not asking for a profession.
Right. Just something.
I'm not sitting here asking to drive a tractor trailer and deliver material. I'm not asking to drive a forklift. If I was working in a factory or driving or delivering for you, I can understand. You want me stocking shelves and running register for maybe 8 to 20 hours a week. You want to tell me, this is basically what you're telling me. Because of that.
Out there again.
Sorry. Because you want me for 8 to 12 hours a week, I'm not allowed to smoke for 30 days before I get the job until I leave? You're going to dictate what my personal deviancies are going to be to me because I give you a couple hours a week for cash?
Yeah, you should be able to do what you want off the clock.
Right? I want to see an application that says, do you drink? How much do you drink? Can we test you for alcohol abuse? Because I'm sorry, I've seen more people lose their jobs for being drunks than I have for being potheads. Because the pothead is reliable.
And I've seen more people wreck their cars because they're drunks and not because they're potheads.
I am seriously running into...
You know, there's that.
Yeah. There's a joke that goes, I forget who sings it. Somebody in the chat's going to know this, but You get a drunk, he gets in his car, he's gonna run somebody over. You got damage, you got hospital bills, you got all of that. You get a stoner, he gets in his car, and he backs into the garage door. You just created a job. Right?
Yeah, fair enough. Either that or he goes 15.
I don't know if I'm lagging or if that was you that time. But yeah, 15 miles an hour down the road. Have you ever smoked a bowl, got in the car to run to the store, you're going through a 40-mile-an-hour zone, look down and realize you're doing 30? Oh shit, I'm going to get pulled over for going too slow.
Now that I have done. I've done that plenty.
You're so relaxed, you're like, I got to go do this, but I'm not in a hurry because why would I hurry? I don't want to ruin anything. I'm happy right now. You ever gone somewhere drinking? Oh shit, I'm gonna get to this party, man. You know?
I couldn't say I've been to that many ragers, but when I go out drinking, I go out to drink.
Oh, I can say one
I
night.
get smoking. That's just to relax.
I remember my young days fondly. All the stupid shit I've done. So I decided one night I was going to sit home and drink. So I pounded 3 beers down as soon as I opened the case. Like, not even 10 minutes. 3, gone. Okay. Then somebody calls me and goes, "Oh, dude, pick me up. There's a dance tonight. I'm on your way." I've got gas money and I've got bud. I'll see you in a few minutes. I all the way to the dance, partied the whole night, rocked hard. I did that one day when I was stoned, and I just sat there on the bleachers and laughed at everybody. It's just, I had more fun stoned than drunk. I caused less havoc stoned than drunk. I put less potential risk out there stoned than drunk, but you're going to tell me it's okay. They're okay. There's nothing they're going to say about me coming home with a 12-pack every night and getting sloshed, going into work with a little bit of leftover alcohol poisoning, doing shit at my job and smelling like alcohol. But we don't want you smoking pot on your free time.
Yep, that about sums it up.
Yes, I'm a bit of a pothead. And I'm a plan ahead pothead.
Me too.
All right, let me not say this in a bad way. I'm not a real pothead. I'm not going to sit there, dude, you got any more, man? I am fucking baked. No, that was me years ago. I smoke. I'll take a puff off a pipe. I'll look at a stack of wood. I can build a garage out of this. 3 hours go by. I've got workshops set up and stations and routers and drills and shit running, and I'm just building. No hurry.
See,
but
it gets my creative juices flowing. So
it allows me to slow down and think about things.
It helps ease pain too. Jesus Christ.
Oh well, sometimes.
I'm not sure how I'd be talking to you right now if I hadn't smoked me just a little bit.
If you got teeth pulled, I hope you're using the gravity.
Yes.
Yay!
I know how to. This ain't my first rodeo. I've had my share of teeth pulled. Hell, my wisdom teeth grew in sideways, so they had to pull those and the molars out. So I've had a bit of trouble eating for a few years. It's just going to be a matter of actually getting dentures at the point, and I'd hate to get dentures at 30, but it is what it is.
I wish you good luck with that because it's not easy. Then you remember you had a garage. I want another one, Data. I do not smoke crack bags. By the way, I will tell you, real, true, not crack, not coke, but real, true crystal meth is absolutely wonderful. Don't ever do it. It's very addictive. And if you do too much of it and stare at the sun, you will get very sick. Whoops.
Now,
You
I
live, you
haven't
learn.
exactly. I'm not gonna say I haven't tried my share of things back in the day, but all I'm on now is my weed
Yep.
and my
You live, you
cigarettes and
learn.
the occasional beer. But I will say, stay away from that shit, man.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
not good.
It smells good. It looks cool. It's fun. It's different to smoke. It's got a nice flavor. It rolls smooth. You get used to it. It's a grand old time until you realize the side effects and the downsides and how much you just paid for all the shit you smoked and how. All right, so here's a sobering moment. I'm gonna bring this back from talking positive about drugs that you really shouldn't do, and I'm gonna explain to you the true negative side. So I was living in California, where the good drugs are, and I was hanging out with some local neighbor friends I'd met when I moved out there, and we were hanging out with this girl who, when I met her, was like 140, maybe 140 pounds, like 5'8", 5'10", long hair, gorgeous. I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, at least a 7, like a 7, not a think she's a 10 kind of 7, but a okay with being a 7 and realistic down to earth 7, but a nice 7. And we all got into smoking, but I didn't hang out with them all the time because I was also going to college and I had other shit to do, and I've always been go go go. So I only hung out with them once in a while. So here and there I'd sit and smoke with them. And we'd smoke some pot, and then they'd run off and smoke some crystal, and once in a while I would join them. And then a few months went by after the I stared at the sun for too long and threw up incident, which didn't go good for my life. I ran into her, and her whole face was diamond quarter-size white spots. Her arms and skin was ripped apart because she was scratching it off. Her hair had thinned out, and she had lost weight. She was down to about
I
85 pounds. And I swore I would never in my life again touch crystal meth.
I see them
So,
every day coming into my store.
don't
They're easily
do
recognizable.
meth.
Don't do it. Not worth it.
It was a moment in my life. So don't think I don't understand shit. I've been to the lowest of the low. I've been up on the highest of the highest highs, and I've crashed real hard. I understand how life works, and I've lived the wrong ways to understand how to correct myself. And now I smoke pot. That's correct. So don't give me a hard time if I want to work 15 hours and go home and kick my feet up with a fucking bowl. And watch some cognitive thought on YouTube laugh at cops tasing people. That's my idea of relaxing.
Hashtag me too. Hashtag hash.
Have I OD'd? I don't think I've ever hit that OD point. However, I have had nights where I don't remember the whole thing from alcohol and other drugs. I've also had moments where you realize, like, you're all messed up, and then all of a sudden you stop and realize you're all messed up. And at that point you realize it, you probably can't move, and all you can do is sit there and think and look at how bad it is right now. I've been in those moments. I've had 8-hour lethargic naps because I overdosed on codeine. And I burnt a hole through my hand, my shirt, my pants, and my waist. While my buddies all sat there and played basketball.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, I know how bad life can get for you if you let it. I also know how good it can get if you let it.
I'm perfectly in control.
Yeah,
At
you
least
gotta
with that.
learn. How do you know if you're in control unless you've lost control before?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've lost the
I've
ability
lost
to
my
control the
control.
movement of my body. I have. So when I feel like I'm headed in that direction, I know I'm headed in a bad direction. So I've never been back to some of those places again.
Mhm.
You done drugs so much you turned into a skeleton. That's right. In reality, folks, I know I don't show myself, but I'm anywhere between 190 and 200 pounds, 6.5 feet tall almost, size 15 foot. If you met me in public, I'd be probably one of those people you'd walk on by unless you knew me.
Wow. I'm actually impressed by those measurements. You're a little bit you're about the same weight as me, but a little taller. Not bad. Not bad.
It's difficult to appreciate what insanity is, especially when you're insane. Right? How do you. See, I have these philosophical questions often with my neighbor is how do you understand something if you have nothing to compare it to? And it's always weird to
Mm-hmm.
step back and go, okay, well, I think my life is bad, but what am I comparing it to? I'm comparing it to the expectation I have. I'm comparing it to the ideal I would like to be at right now. What am I comparing it to? Or am I comparing it to somebody who doesn't have half of what I do and is okay? And I have to consistently say, okay, what can I do? But you get stuck in things. In the back of my head, I'm about to sign for a second car. When I sign for that second car, that's a 2-year slap on the wrist. I belong to them for that car for 2 years. I'm contracted unless I can pay my way out. It's the same way with any phone deal, which I'm stuck in right now, or dish deal, which is a great deal, but I still can't just shut it off to save the money because I signed a contract. So
Right.
that's where I'm kind of hurting, is where I'm stuck in. I need to keep bills on because of contracts. If it weren't for that, I'd just start shutting stuff off right now and pay for what I need until I could afford to have it back. That's how I want to
What,
do
what
things.
now? What kind of interest rate do you have to? What is the extra charge there to get out of some of those contracts for you? Like 10%, twenty
Um,
percent?
on if I want to just turn off my dish and TV, which I'm paying $25 a month for $180 worth of programming right now. And if you break that down, I'm only actually paying for half of that because I was reimbursed for half. Um, if I shut it off, it's going to cost me $240 to shut it off because of the contract fee.
Ooh.
However,
Mm.
I was in a much better place when I bought phones a little over a year ago, so I put them on the next program. All I have to do is walk in with what I owe per phone, which is a couple hundred each, and pay it off. And then I don't owe that.
I see. That's what I like about at least some of the cell phone programs out there. There is no contracts for some of them. Like I think it's T-Mobile.
Yeah, and now that Metro PCS has finally gotten out here from the West Coast, that works too.
Yeah, so I mean that's I would get that, but I'm on a family plan on my phone, so I don't have to worry so much about um the paying or getting out of the plan so much as just going over my data limit.
Oh, yeah, I do that. I I'm lucky. I have AT&T and I have DirecTV, and for as much as I pay, which I don't want to divulge because it is quite a sum, I have an unlimited package, which pisses me off because at 22.5 gigs per month per phone, it starts to slow it down, and I hit that halfway through every month, I swear. Um, yeah, I consume a lot of data on my devices, and I have two because of my mom passing away. I have two, so one feeds off the
Okay.
other when I'm not in my house. So I will literally watch one thing and do something else, or watch two shows or a video and a show at the same time to try and keep up with as much as I can when I'm not building or doing something else.
I do
That's how
that
I
too.
keep up.
No shame. It's multitasking.
Yeah, you may not catch everything of everything, but I'm not after everything. I'm after everybody's thoughts and ideas. What's everybody talking about? and this is weird. People don't understand. I listen to a conversation and I'll pick the most benign or obtuse or weird side thing out of that conversation, and that'll be my next question somewhere on the board. That's where they come up with. I watch everybody do all these questions. I see what's being talked about, and I look for, hey, with children at the border. Okay, they're being ripped away from their parents. Okay, they're crossing the border. They're asking for asylum. They're being taken to court. This, that, and the other thing. It's like, so how many people are crossing the border? You got 10 questions for it, right? Say that again?
So you got 10 possible questions to work with right there, with just, 5 different facts.
But then it all depends on what category it's in, too. Am I trying to make a big deal out of it, hit the question right from the front? Or am I trying to check something else, like what type of determination would it take to try and cross the border? You can always break it down to a smaller question that doesn't necessarily look right at the point, but tries to look at something else in it. Open this.
I gotta ask chat real here, is Numbed roboting for the chat, or is it just me?
I don't think they're getting it.
I gotta get some kind of opinion from them, because I'm getting some more roboting over here again.
I don't think they're getting it. I think you are, only because the Hangout was opened after OBS. OBS is taking priority.
Should I just pop out and come back into the Hangout again?
No. I think we're going to cut it here in a few minutes anyways. My shows only run an hour. Usually.
Okay.
Cool. This is all the shoot
usually,
the crap stream is.
Sometimes it's gone on for, 2, 3, 4 hours once.
No. Last week it went on for almost 2 hours.
No.
The longest I have ever streamed. The longest I have ever streamed was 2 hours. The longest I've ever been on streams in a day is like 5. And that was the day I was on Cogs / the Kumite / my own. Well, later on I was on my own.
Now
But that was a while
I haven't
ago.
quite... I haven't beaten that record quite yet, but I've watched... a good amount of streams in one day, good maybe 11, 12 hours in once. Fucking 12-hour Kumite one day. What was that? It was ridiculous. That was a fun day.
Oh, I haven't watched as much, but now that it's back on Tonka's channel, I'm trying to get back into it. It has its moments like it used to, but it's more like it was in the beginning. It's easier listening. It's not so much yelling and arguing. It's listening to funny shit, to something like this, to a couple people just talking about what's going on.
Yeah, how it used to be, and I'm excited to catch back up on that. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and watched it, so I got to work in my morning shift, so I'm gonna check it out next Wednesday. I only got my day off. Give it a shot again.
Did I see something that said wrench abuse in there? Later, Nike. I hope I don't find wrench abuse. I don't know where my wrench... I need to get to the chat. Show me where the chat is. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna go back and check everybody. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. It's Friday. I have a job to do in the afternoon tomorrow. All sorts of fun stuff. I got Data to chat with as soon as I get home from my job. Him and I are gonna be conversing about something. I don't know what yet. We haven't chatted yet this week, so I don't know what tomorrow's gonna be. As long as we don't do it today, it shouldn't screw up my Friday the 13th thing. Cause yeah, it's Friday the 13th.
All right. Sounds like you got a good plan.
I try. I may not be roboting for the chat, but on my, I've got glitches left and right. Don't know whether to blame. I'll blame my ISP because I yelled and screamed at him the other day. But with that, folks, I will see you tomorrow with Data, and we will be doing Numbed Wasteland at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the way we all like it. And until then, all you guys later.
Take it easy.
Oh, wait. I have an outro I'm supposed to play, don't I? I lost it on the list. Make sure you play with any and all buttons you want to play with on your way out the door, folks. And goodbye.